Life has a funny way of teaching us lessons, often when we least expect it. Sometimes we think we've got it all figured out, our plans are set. Our confidence is high and the future seems bright. But then, out of nowhere, life throws us a curveball. And we are left wondering how we ended up here. This is the story of how I learned one of the most important lessons of my life. A lesson that came at a great cost but ultimately reshaped my perspective forever. It all started with a simple question: why would we need a test? At the time, I was confident, maybe even a little arrogant. I had built a life that seemed stable, secure, and successful. I had a career I was proud of, relationships I cherished, and a sense of direction that felt unshakable. I believed I had everything under control. But life, as it often does, had other plans. The test I was referring to was a metaphorical one, a challenge or obstacle that would force me to reevaluate my choices, my priorities, and my understanding of success. I dismissed the idea, convinced that I didn't need such a test. After all, I was doing just fine, wasn't I? What could possibly go wrong? As it turns out, everything. The first sign that something was off came gradually. Small setbacks began to pile up, missed opportunities, strained relationships, and a growing sense of dissatisfaction. At first, I brushed them off as minor inconveniences, temporary blips on the radar of an otherwise smooth journey. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. I just didn't want to admit it. Then came the breaking point. It wasn't one catastrophic event but a series of them that brought me to my knees. I lost my job, my relationships crumbled, and my sense of self-worth took a massive hit. The life I had worked so hard to build was falling apart, and I felt powerless to stop it. I was starting over with nothing, and the weight of that reality was crushing. In the midst of this chaos, I found myself asking the same question again. But this time with a different tone: why would we need a test? The answer, as I would soon discover, was both simple and profound. We need tests because they force us to grow. They push us out of our comfort zones, challenge our assumptions, and reveal our true strengths and weaknesses. Without them, we risk becoming complacent, stagnant, and blind to the areas where we need to improve. Starting over with nothing was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. It was humbling, painful, and at times, downright terrifying. But it was also one of the most transformative experiences of my life. Stripped of everything I had relied on: my job, my relationships, my sense of identity, I was forced to confront myself in a way I never had before. I had to ask tough questions: who am I without all these external markers of success? What truly matters to me? And most importantly, what kind of life do I want to build from here?